Note that this content is for adults only. Viewer discretion advised. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe, like, and share. Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream with me, Grizzly. This is Grizzly True Crime, and today we continue to discuss the case of 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungaray, who was last seen on Sunday, which was June 17th. It was actually June 16th on Sunday night when her mom tucked her in. They were living in Houston, Texas, right? Said goodnight, and then she didn't see her again. Now, Jocelyn, I'm just recapping from yesterday. Jocelyn had snuck out of the house and was seen on surveillance at a 7-Eleven very close to home. And the next morning, her body was found in a creek very close to home. Okay, so before we dive into the rest of it, welcome to all my moderators. Thank you so much for everything you do. Welcome to all my patrons, members, subscribers, anyone who's new here, any family or friends of Jocelyn. They are always, in these cases, family and friends are always watching. So please be kind in the comments as well. We've had some comments from friends and family of Jocelyn. So thank you for being here and feeling safe with us. And yeah, I hope you guys will leave some kind comments for them. This is a very sad case. I mean, a 12-year-old girl sneaking out. I mean, many kids sneak out and like going to a 7-Eleven. It looks like to buy like a cola or something and then going back home. And she was strangled. She was sexually assaulted and strangled, which is just absolutely devastating. Now, yesterday when we covered this case, we saw that the Houston Police Department had actually released some images of surveillance footage, right? I don't know why they didn't release the surveillance footage, because many people ask me that, and I'm like, why do they only release images and not the video? I'm thinking it's to protect other people that might be, in the background of the video. So it's to focus on the people they want to speak to, the two persons of interest. And then today I saw just within the last 2 hours or so, they actually found those two people seen in that surveillance footage and they've detained them for questioning, which of course means, it's DNA test time. Oh yeah, so that could take a while to obviously, get the results and everything and compare to the crime scene and all that. But if any of them are responsible, I'm sure they're going to connect the dots, right? Lisa, thanks for upgrading. Welcome to all the new members as well. Let me just quickly get that for you. I just want to show you something here. 1 second, please. I just want to... Oh, okay, wait. I'm seeing news. I'm like, wait. Okay, hold on. Things are... Okay, so there's a beautiful picture here of Jocelyn. I'm just going to remove it for now so that I can make some space for what I want to show you. Okay, let's quickly just recap the area, which is right here. Okay, so we are in Houston, Texas, and we were looking at this Crocodile. I would say Crocodile. I know locals would say Crocodile Road and Rankin Road. Shame, man. And there's a 7-Eleven right here that we looked at. Wait, if we zoom in more. The 7-Eleven is right here, and that's where Jocelyn was last seen at around 11:30 p.m. Her mom says on the interview she was pacing back and forth. So we didn't get to see it, the surveillance video, but she said she was like pacing back and forth and looking uncomfortable. And then, her home was fairly close by. We don't know exactly where, but I would assume something like maybe at these apartments or so. Obviously, they don't want to give out the address. They would be doxing the family. It's just she lived very close by, within walking distance of where her body was found. And her body was found in shallow water in this creek right here. Right? And how it was found was people were driving over the bridge and a lady just happened to look at the water and she saw something and thought, is that a mannequin? Like, is that a person, a mannequin? What is that? And she stopped. She actually did a U-turn, stopped, looked over the bridge at the water and saw Jocelyn's body and called 911. Shame, man. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we've got that. Now here is the images they showed yesterday where they said, well, this is the update. So they were looking for these individuals. On our Patreon community chat, we were discussing all sorts of identifying features as well to continue the conversation from what we had from the live stream yesterday. So they said that these two men were seen in the 7-Eleven store and were the last people seen with Jocelyn. And so they shared these photos, and by the next day, they already have detained them. So yesterday I mentioned Grizzly's Hood News, right? Some people think we're the same person. We're not the same person. But look here. Here's Hood News. Peep. Exclusive. Oh my word. So Grizzly's Hood News has a picture of these two, I assume it's of these two, being detained. She's very much boots on the ground. So good job to Grizzly's Hood News for actually sharing this picture here, that we could see that these two individuals were detained. Somebody actually emailed me pictures of shoes just like this, saying that they think they wear shoes just like this, right? And look there. Wow. Oh my goodness. So I'm just so glad. Like, you know, when I say sometimes I hope that I'll see you again very soon, like tomorrow, and that they catch these people, and then it actually happens. It's just like, yes, okay. I really hope that there'll be justice for Jocelyn, that these guys, if they're responsible for her murder, that they are cuffed, of course, cuff them, keep them. Or if they know anything or saw anything, then of course, then they would be helpful to question. Okay. So Melissa Love True Crime said, I woke up to this news. I was so relieved, right? Me too. BB Glazer says, I screamed out loud about this. Yeah, so look, I just can't believe, look at this picture. I just want to see if there's anything else here. Okay, not that. No, it was this. This is the picture I wanted to show you. All right, so now where's this breaking news that I've got here for you? All right, let's go look at this quickly. I was actually going to show you the pictures I posted on my community tab. I'll show you that afterwards, just of the, more pictures from the surveillance footage. Shame, man. Okay, here we go. Let's just make sure the sound is good for us. Go forward a little bit.
Persons of interest in the death of a 12-year-old girl found strangled to death in a creek in North Houston have been detained.
Yeah, this all evolving within the past 30 minutes. Our Rochelle Turner at the scene. Rochelle, bring us up to speed. What can you tell us what's happening out there right now?
Brittany, good morning. For the past 30 minutes, Houston police have been going in and out of a building. This is the Canfield Lakes Apartments here in North Houston. Now, this is all connected to that 12-year-old girl. Her name is Jocelyn. She was found dead in a creek earlier this week. I want you guys to take a look at this exclusive video.
Oh, my word. Okay, wait. I just want to go back here and just hear the apartments again. Here we go.
Now, this is all connected to that 12-year-old girl. Her name is Jocelyn.
Sorry, guys.
30 minutes. Houston police have been going in and out of a building. This is the Canfield Lakes Apartments here in North Houston. Now, this is all connected.
Are we hearing that correctly? Are there locals in chat? Is it Canfield? Canfield. I want to see on the map where this would be.
To that 12-year-old girl. Her name is Jocelyn. She was found dead in a creek earlier this week. I want you guys to take a look at this exclusive video of those two men who are considered persons of interest and seen in surveillance photos shortly after she was killed. KPRC2 photojournalist Roger Franco and I were the only ones present at these apartments in North Houston when both men were placed in handcuffs and put in the back of police cars. Now, that little girl was found earlier this week on West Rankin Road. Police believe she snuck out of her apartment sometime after 10 o'clock Sunday night. Her mom didn't realize it until the next morning when she tracked her phone to the creek. Someone called 911 after driving by and spotting her around 6 o'clock that morning. First responders and HPD recovered her body from the scene. HPD said that she died of strangulation, and this is something that we've been seeing Mayor John Whitmire speak about at city council meetings. He said it's terrible and we shouldn't have to worry about a 12-year-old girl being murdered. Now, we know that Jocelyn was a student at Spring ISD. The school released a statement earlier this week offering their condolences. And of course, we've been hearing from her mother all week. We heard from her yesterday for the first time. She was heartbroken and said it's going to be tough having to lay her 12-year-old daughter to rest. It's just unimaginable news for any parent. Now, as for what's next in the case, those two men will be taken to HPD headquarters where they will be questioned. Now, we are being told that
There will be question and there'll be buckle swabs.
Press conference could happen later this afternoon, and of course we'll be able to learn more information about this case, and as soon as we learn information, we'll be sure to keep you guys updated on air and online.
Okay, everyone, so keep your eyes peeled for a press conference. Yes, if you see a press conference, please email me grizzlytruecrime@gmail.com or tag me on X. Email is best though. I see those like all the time. I'm always refresh, especially if we're waiting for a press conference, right? Okay, so let me just quickly, I just want to see, let's go back to the maps here. And Canfield, oh. Now this is where I understand they were arrested, right? Oh my word. And I wonder, a lot of people yesterday speculated that they might live in the same apartment complex as her, which is a very scary thought too. But look where they arrested those two. That is so close to where her body was found. Her body was found in this creek this way. And her phone, apparently, because I was trying to figure out, we're going to watch the interview with her mom, by the way. I was trying to figure out, okay, her mom pinged her phone. And where did she find her phone? Because there were media reports that say, and her mom said it was just like horrifying what she found. But I don't know what she found, because earlier in the morning, right, another lady had called 911 and they'd come to the scene and I would assume removed her body, right? So her mom said she pinged her phone, and I think she said it went to the skate park. She mentioned a skate park. So it must be somewhere here where her phone was left. I don't know if her phone was right there, you know, where she was found. But she was found very close to that. And I mean, wow, look at these. Oh my word. These Canfield Lakes apartments. Let me just see if I'm missing something. Lisa said, my deepest condolences to any family members or friends that might be in chat. Right, Lisa? Thank you so much. Mallory Beaver said Canfield Lakes Apartments. Thinking I've got the right one here, right? North Freeway Road. Oh my goodness. And living so close to her. I mean, I don't know exactly where she lived, but it just sounds like it's in a similar area here, right? Very close, walking distance to home. Because they said, the way they worded that, it almost makes me think that maybe it is that she lived in the same apartment complex. That is so scary. Shame, man. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I wanted to show you this quickly, which is what I posted yesterday. So I just want to show you guys, it's like home, videos, shorts, live, playlists, and then community. So a lot of people don't find the community tab. They're like, where is it? So I know if you're watching on a TV, sometimes you might not be able to find it, right? But that's where it is. And I had posted these pictures because they said that new surveillance images were released. And so we can actually have a look at them here. Can I make them bigger? No, can't make them bigger on here. I posted them on X as well. So let's just quickly have a look at these here. So she's seen walking here and she's busy on her phone, and one of these persons of interest is right there, cap tilted down, maybe aware of the cameras, I don't know. And so there she is, and she's also in the store here. Here's 12-year-old Jocelyn, and here's this guy, and wow, you could really see his watch here, and people saying this is like a Nautica shirt, and you could see, you know, identifying clothing, some features much more clearly. They don't have names. Jen J said, so we have names on these suspects yet? Not that I could see. And shame, and here she was walking. Sorry, I don't know why it goes like that. Sometimes it does it. Here she was walking, and on her phone, it looks like. She's got like a drink here, which could be like cola or something. She's talking to allegedly her boyfriend on the phone, a 13-year-old boy. Just walking and talking, and he said that he could hear two adults in the background. And then there's this picture, and that's the last she was seen. My goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, so scary though to think that, you know, were they regulars at the 7-Eleven? That would be interesting, because they interviewed the 7-Eleven clerk, and he said that Jocelyn was a regular there, right? So it was somewhere where she went all the time. But were they regulars there? Does he recognize them? Can they interview him again? That would be great, right? Or if he's watching, if he wants to talk to me, you can email me grizzlytruecrime@gmail.com. Yes. Okay. Miss True Crime Buff says they're following her, probably making sexual comments to her. Okay, I don't know why the screen is doing this now. Sometimes it just does it. Hold on. I have a trick. So we'll just do this. And then I wanted to show you the interview with her mom, Shay, man. Her mom's name is Alexis. And it's about it's a 12, almost a 13-minute interview. I saw a lot of people leaving comments that weren't so kind for her on these videos. So I hope that this community will be kind to her. She's just lost her 12-year-old daughter. Okay, so let's have a listen to what her mom's got to say here.
Spunk. She never followed the crowd. She was goofy. She always had her own little spunk. She never followed the crowd. She always stood up for what was right. It's hard. It's so hard.
How have the past few days been for you as a mother?
It's like not real. Like I keep hearing everything, and I keep hearing everybody tell me everything, and I hear it, and I hear it, and it's not registering. It doesn't register at all. It's just like I feel like I'm in an alternate universe where I'm just living this ongoing nightmare that just doesn't stop, and it's. I don't think it'll really hit me until I have to see her.
Oh, God. And when was the last time you saw her and spoke to her?
Right before I went to bed Sunday night. I told her not to stay up late. She was going to come with me to work. And she said, okay, good night.
And, you know, what did you think when you learned, or how were you notified that she was found?
Our cat was going crazy at 3 in the morning, and she's usually with her. And I just thought that, you know, maybe she's asleep, not giving her attention, and I didn't really think nothing of it. And I woke up at 6:30, normal, shower, went to their room, and she shared the.
Sorry, I'm just going to pause for a second. Shame. The cat was very upset, you know, that Jocelyn wasn't home and was acting all crazy. But of course, one might not think, you know, something of it, like, oh my word, something's majorly wrong. Just the cat, in hindsight, was aware that Jocelyn wasn't home, right? Shame, man.
Room with her brother to wake up her 5-year-old brother, get him dressed for daycare, and his phone was missing. I went to go look for her to get his phone. Looked on the couch. Looked in her bed, her closet, her bathroom, didn't see her. I walked around the complex, didn't see her. Just walked around, I quickly got in my car and I pinged her phone, and it pinged right over there. And I ran, and that's when I saw his tape and officers, and I ran up to him, told him my daughter was missing, and he wouldn't tell me anything. It wasn't until an hour later I got called to go downtown to talk about her whereabouts, and that's when I was given the information. I found her that morning.
I'm so sorry.
Shame, man. This is absolutely heartbreaking. I mean, to think that I think her mom's name is Alexis, went to bed, you know, like saying goodnight and tucking in and going to bed. And then the next morning waking up early and, you know, looking for her and getting her 5-year-old son ready for daycare. And to find she's actually not around. Like, where is she? And ping her phone, and it pings near that skate park that I showed you on the map. And then later she finds out, actually, the police have found her body. Oh my word, it's too much.
And, you know, HPD has released photos of the possible suspects or person of interest. Do you recognize those two men?
No clue. I do know the apartment complex we live in is Latino based, and based off the pictures they look like Hispanics. They could have came from the skate park, they could have been from the complex, but I don't know who they are, and I just hope that they're found, because Jocelyn was a fighter. She fought hard, and she needs justice. She didn't deserve this, and she needs to be rested at peace.
And those two men are out there right now what would you want them to know?
They took away my firstborn. I was a teen mom. She's who helped me grow, mature. She was turning into such a beautiful, beautiful young lady. Me and her have gone through a lot these past few months with her mental health, and I was really looking forward to seeing how she was going to be. They took every opportunity away from me, from our family.
Shame. Lisa Penn, Texas says she literally just said it didn't seem real yet. I assume she hasn't seen her or buried her, right? A lot of people in the comments on these news, clips say this is way too soon for this interview. Because now, of course, welcome to the internet. People were already jumping on the sus bus with this mom saying, that's it, she's got no real tears. Like, what is going on here? We don't see tears, we don't see this. And then, like, making her the red flag. Shame, man. I think it's just extremely soon. Like, she's just reacting and processing to this news and said it doesn't feel real. Like, every time she says she goes through the motions, she hears it and everything, but it doesn't feel real. So she's a bit dissociated, right? Oh my goodness.
So sorry.
I hope they come forward, and I hope the universe gives them what they deserve.
And I know she was on the phone with her boyfriend when she was up here at the 7-Eleven.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Have you been able to talk to him or know what they talked about?
I have no clue. I don't have his phone number. His phone number was in her phone, and it's still with them and evidence. And I don't know much. I just know what the sergeant has been telling me. I have her Instagram logged in on my account, and tried reaching out, but I'm gonna try to reach out again just to hear from him. What did he hear? Hearing that he heard her talking to two adults and wasn't said what was said, but I need to know what was said. I need to know what he heard, because reading the message threads that he left her when she wasn't responding, it made me feel like he had a gut feeling something was wrong. So
yeah. And did she tell him she was meeting these people, or was he familiar with them?
No, she just said she was just walking around different stores. Don't know why, what possessed her to walk around late at night in this area of all places. I've always told her to never leave the house, never leave unattended. Always be safe. There's people around here that are crazy. I just don't think she ever thought it would face her.
Shame, and it's understandable. I mean, she's 12 years old. I mean, how kids can be. I mean, oftentimes kids will sneak out or something, and they had apparently recently moved to the area. So I don't know what recently means. I don't know if it means, a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years. I don't know because recent is a relative word, right? It depends. But, her mom had said, don't go out at night, don't walk around, especially in this area and everything. But, a 12-year-old, she might have been like really curious and be like, okay, I'm going for a walk, or I can't sleep, or her mom said she was struggling with Jocelyn was struggling with her mental health in the last couple of months. So maybe she just felt like, I don't know, impulsive there for a second. Like, I'm going out and I'm going to, I don't know, get a cola or something, or go for a walk, get some fresh air, or, you know what I mean? So, yeah, unfortunately in this case, the consequence of doing something that many kids do or many teens do is just so devastating. Normally it would be like, okay, you're grounded. Okay, where'd you go? You're grounded, type of thing. But this is just so terrible. And remember, all the anger and everything should be channeled to the people responsible for sexually assaulting and strangling Jocelyn. I hope they find those people. They do have two, if you missed the news at the beginning, the two persons of interest that they want to talk to, who were the last people to see Jocelyn, according to what police know. I'm sure they have other surveillance as well. We only know about the 7-Eleven surveillance, but it's so close to where her body was found and where they were arrested, which was a complex right there, and she was within walking distance of her home as well, that, I wonder if that's the only surveillance they have, because the 7-Eleven and then pretty much the creek. She was found right there in that creek, just in the water a little bit. But either way, they have detained those two people. Those two persons of interest are now detained and they're in for questioning. There might be a press conference later, as we heard from the breaking news clip that we saw. So please keep your eyes peeled for a press conference, because I definitely want to watch that with you. And that would obviously mean that they would be doing those buccal swabs and DNA tests, which could take some time and all kinds of things. So let's see.
Alexis, usted quiere justicia por su hija. Quiere justicia para su niña. You want justice for your daughter.
I want justice for everything. I want them to face everything they put her through and more and worse. I want karma to hit them. I'm like angry that they took advantage of her. She's so young. 12. I want justice. I want them to come forward. I want whoever has seen them, please. You took my baby away. You took her away. Now I get to let her brother know her sister's never coming home.
Shame. She's got so much on her plate right now. You can see she's extremely overwhelmed. Of course. I just mean, when people want to, I don't know, attack this mom for no reason. Like, she's in denial. She's angry. She's like, oh man, now I need to tell her 5-year-old son, Jocelyn's brother, actually Jocelyn's never coming home. I mean, that is so freaking difficult. The picture I have on the top right now is also a picture of Jocelyn that was shared on the news this morning. I just wanted to show you another one of her as well. Her Instagram account is still out there as well. She's got just 2 pictures posted there. So, but she's with other friends. So I'm not gonna show that right now, but it is out there. Again, thank you to all everyone that's emailed me information, and a lot of the Grizzlies had sent me links to the new surveillance photos that were posted yesterday. So again, then it's like, thank you so much, because then we're right at the forefront of the news, because I'm always refreshing my inbox. So if you have any information to share like that, please do share it with me. And we're definitely keeping our eyes peeled for a upcoming, perhaps a press conference or some kind of announcement, after. I don't know if it will be today. I don't know. Sometimes these things take time. Sometimes, as we know, they could question them all day for many hours. Who knows? But let's hope one turns on the other if they are in any way responsible.
The police, what they mention about the case? Have they called you with any news?
Just with what they give me the information that's right before given to the news, so they'll tell me and let me know it's going to be aired. Like, all I know is the surveillance pictures that I saw, and just the basics of that. They haven't really given me much information.
If somebody sees them, recognize them, and maybe they're terrified to report that to police
Please
for
don't.
any reason.
Please don't. Please don't. It could have been your sister, your niece, your granddaughter, your daughter, your best friend. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. Nobody deserves to lose a child. No one deserves to bury their child. It's hard.
Are you concerned because this man is still out there?
I am, because if they were so open to do it to a little girl, they could do it to anybody else again. And nobody.
Yes, I was also wondering, like, oh my word, if it's them, whoever it is, wow, have they done it before? If it's them, I mean, they should tilt their caps and everything so that the camera can't see them, you know what I mean? Or maybe it was just an impulsive thought, sinister opportunity. I don't know, but it's very scary to think what else they could have done in the past or could have done if they're not caught. Of course, we don't know that the 2 men that have been detained for questioning are in any way involved in this, but they were the last to see Jocelyn, and the police named them as persons of interest.
Nobody needs to be put through that again. Nobody needs to go through what my family's going through.
How do you want Jocelyn to be remembered?
As a girl with spunk. She had a beautiful smile, goofy, loving. She was asked one time if there's one thing she could change, anything, what would it be? And her answer was she would make sure every stray animal had a home. She would make sure that they all had somewhere loving to be. There would be no more animals on the streets. And that's the kind of girl she was. She wanted to save any hurt birds, any hurt dogs, cats, anything. She had the biggest heart. Biggest heart.
And you said she had a cat that was kind of acting crazy because she wasn't there?
Yeah, she just was. I could left my door open that night, which I normally don't leave my door open, and she was just everywhere going crazy at like 3 in the morning. And I don't know, around the time she left, I fell asleep pretty fast after 10 o'clock, so anytime between 10 and maybe midnight is when she could have left somewhere.
Shame. Oh my goodness. I think this is he's got a 7-Eleven cap on. I think this is that store clerk that we watched a clip of him being interviewed yesterday when he said, well, she was a regular and she was so sweet. And then he said he saw her hiding behind the storage container. So I do wonder still if she was like trying to get away from those two people. We're speculating. There's another clip that I see that Fox 26 Houston has just released. They say 2 hours ago, mother of Jocelyn Nungaray reacts to police detaining those two. So we're going to watch that after this, okay? Here we go.
Do you think that maybe these people approached her before through social media or something?
I have no clue. I know anyone that looks off to her on social media, she won't talk to. She'll just think it's weird and like brush it away. But I've always known her to not be comfortable with going to people she doesn't know. Like she always has that intuition, gut feeling, and I think she had it. And the way they chose to take her life, she had to have been fighting very hard to stay.
Did they share circumstances surrounding her death or anything like that?
Just what's been posted onto the news. That's it.
Yeah.
What do you want from the police, especially now the case is still ongoing? We saw the pictures of these people, but there's no arrest so far, and there's no identity of these people. What would you like for them to do?
I just pray that they really just keep the city of Houston actively. I'm blown away with the amount of support our family's getting. Somebody's gonna catch them. Someone's gonna see them. I believe. I have faith. I put it all in God and Jesus Christ. They are gonna be found. They are gonna be somebody, someone, somewhere is gonna see them and say something. I believe it. And everyone's gonna come together as a community to bring justice for my baby.
Shame. Some people I could see are very upset. Let me see. Teresa said, shame on media for doing this to the mom. Can't watch any more of this. It's very new and raw, right? It's like, okay, what's your reaction? And do you have any other details? I mean, I think the reporters are asking in the most sensitive way they can and doing their job, but still it just feels so devastating. The mom is not even, Alexis has not come to terms with this at all yet, right? Oh my goodness. Also, Renee said, I hardly ever cry, and I'm crying. I see many people are crying with Alexis, Jocelyn's mom. It's just, this is one's worst nightmare, right? I mean, I can't even. Okay, we're going to watch that other clip right after this. We've got about a minute left of this clip.
How was the last conversation that you had with her on Sunday, Father's Day?
It was good. We had just came back from a family vacation with all our family. We came back, got home, just kind of me started doing laundry. She got into her summer school online. Before we got home, she was like, I really want McDonald's. We got her her favorite meal, and then it was her last meal.
What would you think she left with you?
You said what?
Why do you think that she left the house without not telling you? Or it was normal? It was the first time?
She's 12, preteen. She, being a teenager, trying to sneak out. I believe we've all been there at some point, being young, dumb, making dumb decisions, thinking nothing's really going to happen. And just unfortunately, her making this decision just costed her her life. And I don't think she meant to. I really think she meant to come home. She just got put in a situation she couldn't get out of.
Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Oh my word, shame, man. My goodness. Okay, I want to show you this news here quickly.
The murder of a 12-year-old girl.
Two men are now being questioned. The pair seen on surveillance video at the same gas station as Jocelyn Nungaray. She had snuck out of her home Sunday night and was later strangled with her body dumped in a creek. Denise Middleton joins us now live in our studio. And Denise, we understand her mother is joining you now.
Well, you know, we are still waiting to hear from her via Zoom, so we'll hopefully speak with her in just a moment. But this is obviously, you know, a big break in the case. They hope, you know, her mother has been looking for answers. And so police have been showing us these surveillance videos here. If you want to take a close look at the two men who were last seen with her daughter at a 7-Eleven on Kirkendall. They believe, again, that she snuck out of her apartment Sunday night. And so I understand we now have her mother, Alexis, joining us live this morning. Thanks for joining us. We are so sorry for your loss. We know that you want answers as to what happened to your daughter, Jocelyn. Do you think police are getting closer to finding out what happened? What are they telling you, and how do you feel now that these two have been brought in?
It's an overwhelming sense of relief to know they're just not out there. And man, God is good. God is so good. Done a lot of praying. Everyone has done a lot of praying. Went to my Bible study for some support, and man, God is good. God is good. I'm you know, it took a lot in me to come on screen. I'm a very reserved person. I don't like putting my stuff out there, and I did it for my baby. I did it for her. Show her I'm still strong, and that we need justice for her. And I'm so overwhelmed. My family is so jumping with ecstaticness, just so glad they're just out off the streets. And I am so thankful for the city of Mayor just really pushing this and really helping our family, and HPD and all of law enforcement being so adamant about helping get these guys.
Well, do you think your daughter may have known these two men seen in the photos?
I don't know. She's always been one to just not really talk to someone she doesn't know. So I feel like maybe she's seen them around, but we really wouldn't go to the stores very much around there. So maybe they were seen in the complex, but she normally wouldn't walk around or anything. So I don't know, but I'm just very, very thankful that they have been found.
Well, is there anything else her boyfriend could tell you about his last conversation with Jocelyn, since they were on the phone around the time she came into contact with these two people?
I still have not been able to get any type of contact with him. I'm still working on that.
Okay. And what was your last conversation with Jocelyn?
I wonder, maybe he's just scared or sad, or I don't know, but the 13-year-old alleged boyfriend is not communicating with her mom. So I really hope that he will at some point, that he'll be able to process what happened and answer some questions, because it could be helpful to the case, right? Amy said, is there a fundraiser or GoFundMe for the family? Yes, and it's in the description box from yesterday's live stream. And as soon as I put all the sources again for today's live stream in the description box, when I do all the timestamps, it will be there as well. So you guys are saying, someone says they were found. The two persons of interest were found and detained. Now, we don't know yet if they're responsible, you know, even if they get arrested and charged with murder, we don't know. It would be innocent or proven guilty. But at this point, they've just been detained for questioning, because they were the last two people to be seen with Jocelyn on that 7-Eleven footage. And as we know, the 7-Eleven is exceptionally close to where her body was found and to where they were arrested, which is apparently where they live. So we already saw that clip earlier. So if you're only joining now, welcome. I hope that you'll watch the replay. I'll make sure to put timestamps in for you so that you can see all those updates as well. There's actually one other clip that Fox 26 Houston posted 18 hours ago. I just want to make sure that we look at that as well, of an interview with Jocelyn's mother. Okay, so we've just got a little bit here.
Like the night she left, did everything seem okay?
Seemed fine. Like, she knew she was coming to work with me that next morning. She had summer school to do on the laptop. She gave me the laptop after a certain time, and she was talking about some stuff that she left at the cabin from our vacation, and for me to reach out to my grandma. And so like, okay, I'll reach out in the morning, and just please don't stay up late. And she's like, okay. And we're like, good night, love you. And that was it.
Well, again, we are so sorry for your loss, and we certainly hope that you get some answers. Alexis, thank you so much for
Shame. Oh my goodness.
joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Okay, we've got one more clip here as well. Just boost it.
We're very, very, very hurt to hear this news. It's a shock to everybody. It's very overwhelming with the amount of support I've gotten from everybody in this community, and regardless of all the support, it won't bring my baby back, but I definitely want justice to be served, because she was only 12, and she deserved way better than this, and she was so sweet, so kind, and I hope whoever did this just comes forward, really.
Tell us about your daughter.
She was an animal lover. She loved all animals. She wanted every stray animal to have a home. She was goofy, spunky, just very her own person, so kind, one of the greatest friends you could ever have, so sweet. She was amazing. She was so smart, so smart. She wanted to be an actor when she grew up. She really had aspirations for life.
Randy, do you want to hop in here? You've heard about the two person of interest. Do you have any idea who those people might be?
I wish I did, because they would have been caught. But I have no recollection.
Okay, so please remember that the two persons of interest have already been detained, right? So they are in police custody right now, being questioned, and I'm sure they're getting buccal swabs and all that, maybe their phones, all that kind of stuff, just to check. And if they actually make an official arrest or something, I don't know if it'll be today or tomorrow, when it will be, or whatever it is, but the police are working on it. Are they working hard on this case? I'll keep you posted, and they do say there might be a press conference sometime. I don't know when. They said maybe later today. Who knows? So please keep your eyes peeled. If you know anything, if you're local and you hear it from local news first, that, oh my word, they're having a press conference, please send it to me. It's also helpful if you send to me where it's going to be streamed. I mean, normally I'm looking at Fox 26 Houston, because there's local news. They might have it, but we'll just keep our eye on it, because there might be some more breaking news afterwards if they are able to tie these two persons of interest, or one of them, to Jocelyn's murder, right? Okay, so we're just watching some of these clips that we hadn't seen together yet. Yesterday, of course, they had only some grainy pictures of the persons of interest they were looking for, and that is why we wanted to talk about it, to share it far and wide. Hopefully someone could recognize them. Hopefully they could call the police. I don't know if people from this community did call. I hope so, if they did recognize them or something. But today they were actually detained, and man, was it close to where her body was found. Which they said where she was found was also very close to her own home. So one could speculate, wow, they lived very close to her as well, right? My goodness. So they are being questioned right now. We're keeping an eye on the news. I'll just check my emails now again quickly. And so let's just wait for that. Ooh, Lisa says Houston PD press conference at 2. Please send me an email. Let's quickly look at Houston time. Houston, Texas time now. What is the time now? Texas time now. I'm in Switzerland. So hold on. It's 11:15 now. Okay, so we'll do another stream for the press conference that we will go to then. Please email me. Thank you so, so much, Lisa. I really, really appreciate it. Let's continue to watch this.
And to who they are, I don't know where they came from. They look like individuals that could come out of the apartment complex I live in. It's very Latin based, and they could have came from the skate park. There's a lot of crazy people out here, and just by looking at them, you never really could know. So I hope with Houston's community of helping me and my family to find these individuals, they're going to be found, and it's going to be brought to light, and they're going to get what they deserve, because my baby didn't deserve this at all.
My name is Brooke Taylor. I've been in contact with your family. I'm so sorry to hear what's happening. I wanted you to be able to say a few words about your daughter and how you want her remembered as.
Just forever 12. She, like I said, she had aspirations for life. She just loved everyone and was so kind, the greatest friend you could ever think of. Very goofy. She always had her own catchphrases and always did her own thing, had a different style of music. She was an amazing little girl. Amazing. I was so excited to see the woman she was going to turn into. She's gone through a lot these past couple months, struggling with mental health, wanting to take her own life, her being saved. I always knew God had other plans for her. She's meant to be here. She's supposed to be here.
What is your message to the community right now to help out with this picture?
Just if you see something, say something. See something, say something, because as much as I would like for my daughter to be the last unfortunate child this happens to, it's not going to stop until we get individuals like this off the street.
Shame. Texas Angel, thank you. You said that's Jocelyn's cousin Alex with her mom. He just got in town this morning. Thank you so much for that.
Because this could be anyone's daughter, granddaughter, niece, best friend. It could be anybody's.
And that night that this happened, you didn't realize till the morning, right?
I didn't. I woke up like my normal morning routine, getting her younger brother ready for daycare, getting ready for work, and his phone was gone, she was gone, and I looked everywhere, walked around, nothing, and I ran, got my car to where her phone pinged, which was right behind the skate park, and there was already cross tape and cops, and they, of course, they wouldn't tell me nothing. And then about an hour later, I got called down to the station, and after speaking with some words, it sounded like it was my baby, and it was. So,
I know what you said to the community, but the fact that these two men who I think your family, do you think this was a random strangers, these men?
Yeah, she was someone who wouldn't go up to people she didn't know. She always had that intuition, gut feeling, and always had that, just like she knew if something was weird. If online someone that she didn't know was talking to her and they looked weird, she would block them or blow them off. She was not one to jump into conversation with people she didn't know.
And what was your reaction to seeing that surveillance footage?
It's hard because I know she's not one to be aggressive and be like, stop talking to me, I don't know you. She's very shy and very quiet and keeps to herself a lot, and I felt like she maybe didn't want to be rude and was just trying to, that's why she kept pacing back and forth and walking and just trying to safely get away from the situation. She unfortunately just got caught with the wrong people at the wrong time.
All right, turning to weather.
Sorry about that. Are we all awake now? My goodness. Wow. That was very, very sad. And then suddenly, okay, weather. Sorry about that, everyone. on. Okay, I wanted to catch it right there.
Now, it is crazy.
Okay, so I can't see that the Houston PD have shared the press conference news yet, but people in chat are saying that there's a press conference at 2 p.m. in Houston, Texas, which is about, and that's kind of 11:15 now, 12:15, 1, and 2 hours 45 from now. So, okay, so we will be watching that together. If that's happening, we're going to watch it together, right? Okay, Yvonne says no sound. Just make sure you put your AirPod or whatever in the other ear, because sometimes the sound is only on one side. Let me just quickly show you this as well. Here we go. Where I'm going to put the sound off here. These were some of the pictures that were shared of Jocelyn, last seen at the 7-Eleven. There she is, standing, I guess, at the doors of the 7-Eleven. And they spoke to her mom as well. Shame, man. We saw some of these clips. There's that creek where she was found. How devastating, and how absolutely devastating to hear that Jocelyn had been struggling with her mental health and wanted to take her own life, and then was, you know, doing so much better, and they moved to this area allegedly recently, I don't know exactly when, and then she was sexually assaulted and murdered. I mean, I can't think of anything more sad, honestly. Okay, so I will keep you posted. Please make sure that you are, if you want to come and watch the press conference with us, that you watch, monitor my channel, subscribe, put your notifications on. I'll obviously notify everyone on Patreon as well, so go check there. There's a public post. You don't have to be a paying member to get notifications most of the time, unless I'm obviously attaching a document or a special video or a voice clip for my patrons. But in general, if you just go to Patreon, which is patreon.com/Grizzly True Crime, then you can get the notifications for upcoming live streams there. So I'll update the one for this live stream and say, okay, I'm going to do it and put the link there, right? So I'm going to go set that up now. Just to see, I can't see. Oh, I'm like, wait, what? Sorry, I was like looking at this Houston PD one. I can't see that they've shared an official update yet, but I will keep us all posted. If there is a press conference, which I think there would be, based on what people are saying in chat, we'll be there. In 2.5 hours or so, we'll meet again and we'll watch that together and see, well, what happened? Obviously, if we had to just use, our common sense. Okay, so they found the 2 persons of interest. On Grizzly's Hood News, the comments, some people in the comments are saying, oh my word, they live in the same complex where Jocelyn stayed. That is scary. And so, I'm losing my train of thought because I'm just thinking of that. I'm just like, what? Okay, so obviously if we use our common sense, there we go, let's start with the sentence again. If we use our common sense, then they detained them, they questioned them, and now there's a press conference. So I can only imagine that there's an official arrest made, right? Or what? So let's see what they say. I'm looking forward to it. I really would appreciate if you guys send me some news links or sources. I'm obviously going to go deep dive this now as well. Try to find the press conference. I'm going to ask MB Inc. as well to help me find the press conference links too, because he's like the ultimate press conference link hunter. If you don't know who MB Inc. is, go check his channel out. I've mentioned him many times, right? MB Inc. or Matt Black is his channel. All right, so I will see you at the press conference. Let's hope that there will be the road to justice, for Jocelyn. This case is absolutely devastating and horrifying and very difficult to even process and comprehend. That this little girl, 12 years old, just went out, snuck out of the house. Ooh, okay. But then lots of people sneak out of houses. This doesn't happen. This is terrible. And there was a retired sheriff's deputy that commented on my video yesterday as well, the live stream, and said, well, it's a very dangerous area, but if they were new in the area, Jocelyn wouldn't have known. And a 12-year-old might not comprehend just how dangerous it could be, or might think, nothing's going to happen to me. Shame, man. Oh, my word. Okay, wait. Philly says on Twitter they have one of the guys in his underwear. Okay, please tag me in that. Okay, I don't want to necessarily see that, but I want to see all the pictures of these suspects that have been detained for questioning, and we'll see the press conference, and then I'll show that any pictures I find or whatever in the next stream, right? Thank you so much, Ms. Stewie. We did see a news video. We did see a video. So if it's different to the one we already saw, we'll look at that in the next stream. Okay, I'm going to go set up the stream right now. So you should see it on my channel in the next 10 minutes or so. I say that because I sometimes fiddle around with the thumbnail, right? I want to make it nice for you guys. So I'll see you there. Okay, make sure you click notify me when you see that coming up. We'll start a little bit earlier than the press conference as well, just to recap some of this and look at some of these videos that are being sent to me. All right, everyone. I'll see you over there. Thank you so much, and stay safe.